Good morning and welcome, USA Wager Sports Brief. I'm your host, Rodney Newple. This is the happy Hump Day, Wednesday edition of the show, Wednesday, October 27th, 2021. Plenty of sports going on, as we've said every day this month, but there is plenty going on in the world of sports, starting with the World Series last night in Houston. Atlanta Braves scored early, kept the lead, won the game, up 1-0 in the series. AJ Minter picked up the win. Framber Valdez was not sharp for Houston and took the loss for the Astros. 6-2 Braves over the Astros. Game stayed under the 8.5. Braves were the underdog. They came away with the win. Jorge Soler got the party started with a home run early. Atlanta, 12 hits in the game. They win 6-2. Game 2 is tonight, still in Houston. So let's look at tonight's game. Braves at Astros, minus 111 for the Astros. Max Fried against Jose Urquidy. 8.5 is again your total. Max Fried, Urquidy. I like the Braves again. I took the Braves in 5. I like the Braves to win in Houston for game 2. I just do. I know they have lost Charlie Morton for the rest of the year, broke his leg pitching last night. But I like Atlanta to go ahead 2-0 in this series. I will take the Atlanta Braves. All right, let's move to the NBA. In the NBA last night, a bunch of games, not a bunch, but several games, some good ones, and then we'll get to today's game. All right, yesterday's scoreboard, the Knicks beat the 76ers 112-99. Julius Randle, 16 points, 11 rebounds in the win. Warriors beat the Thunder. They're now 4-0. Thunder 0-4, but the Thunder covered the spread. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with 30 points. Steph Curry led the Warriors with 23. Mavericks 116, Rockets 106. Luka Doncic with 26 and 14. He was solid. Lakers needed overtime, but they beat the Spurs 125-121 without LeBron James. Anthony Davis, 35 points, 17 rebounds in the win. And then the Nuggets fell to the Jazz. Nikola Jokic, 24 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. And that was with 3+ minutes left in the first half. He left the game, finished as the leading scorer in the game. As you might have saw, my wager was that he would be the highest scorer in the game. He still got it. One more than Rudy Gobert, 23 and 16 for Gobert. Several guys, 19, 20, numerous guys were right behind him. But Nikola Jokic, 24 points in just 15 minutes of play. He was 8 for 9 shooting. He was really good. I don't anticipate him missing too much time, thankfully, for the Nuggets. All right, let's turn our attention to the Hump Day, the Wednesday slate. It is the Hornets. It is the Magic in Orlando. Hornets minus 5.5. 220 is your total. Wizards at Celtics. Celtics minus 4.5. Spencer Dinwiddie and Jason Tatum will match up. 224 is the total. Heat at Nets. Nets minus 4. Kevin Durant going against Jimmy Butler. Pacers at Raptors. Pacers minus 1. 217 is the total. I like Toronto there. Hawks and the over. Hawks at Pelicans. Hawks minus 6. 219.5 is your total. Timberwolves at the Bucks. Timberwolves are 2-1. Bucks are 3-1. Milwaukee minus 6.5. It's the Greek Freak. It's the Karl Anthony Towns matchup. Should be a good one. Lakers are in Oklahoma City to take on the Thunder. Look for LeBron James to play tonight. Lakers minus 7 in this game with a total of 219. Kings at the Suns tonight, 9 o'clock. Suns are minus 8. Both teams are 1-2. Grizzlies 2-1 at the Trailblazers 1-2. Portland minus 2 with the total of 234. In the late game tonight, the Cavs are at the Clippers. The Clippers are minus 8 with a total of 219.5. That is your NBA slate for Wednesday, October 27th. All right, let's move. Excuse me. Turn our attention to the National Hockey League, where there were games last night, and let's look at games that are going to go on tonight on ice. As we move into basically the third week of the National Hockey League, teams are getting into their 7th, 8th game, somewhere around there. All right, yesterday's scores: Flames 5, Devils 3, Lightning 5, Penguins 1. Lightning got revenge from opening night. Golden Knights beat the Avalanche 3-1. Both teams now 2-4. Both teams off to slow starts for teams that should be contending. Predators beat the Sharks 3-1. Wild beat the Canucks 3-2. Wild are 5-1 on the season. Matt Dumba with a goal and just a goal. He was +2 though on the night. He was on the ice for the other goal. Jets beat the Ducks 4-3. Jets now 3-2-1. And the Kraken topped the Canadiens 5-1. Big win for the Kraken. They're now 2-4-1 on the season. So we had 8 goals, 6 goals, 4 goals, 4 goals, 5 goals, 7 goals, 6 goals on the night. It's always fun to keep track of how many goals are scored in the NHL and see if the totals 5.5, 5, 6, see how many go over and under. They're pretty good, obviously. Not shining lights in Vegas for no reason, but yeah. All right, Bruins at Panthers tonight from Sunrise in Florida. Panthers 6-0. Panthers -135 with a total of 5.5. Brad Marchand been good for the Bruins, 7 points in 4 games. Red Wings at the Capitals tonight. Washington is -210. Alexander Ovechkin, 12 points in 6 games. Maple Leafs at the Blackhawks. Blackhawks haven't won all season. Hopefully that continues tonight. Toronto's -200 with a total of 6. Golden Knights are at the Stars. Stars are -145 with a total of 5.5. Stars are 3-3 on the season. And the Flyers are at the Oilers. Oilers yet to lose. They're -190. Connor McDavid, 13 points in 5 games for Edmonton. And that is a look at your NHL slate for today, Wednesday, October 27th. All right, MLS is going on tonight. A full slate of game. Colorado is at the New England Revolution. Inter Miami is at Atlanta. Orlando at Columbus. New York Red Bulls at DC United. Nashville is at FC Cincinnati. Chicago at New York City. Philadelphia at Toronto. Salt Lake at Dallas. Galaxy at Sporting Kansas City. San Jose at Portland. And Minnesota is at Vancouver. And those are your MLS games for today. All right, let's move over to PGA Tour. Since they are overseas, they are getting started tonight. The Butterfield Bermuda Championship. Not a great field. You know, obviously professional golfers are all very good at the game, but not some of the best are in action here. So will be a little bit of a down golf weekend, but still something to keep an eye on. Finishing up the month of October before they stay overseas there in Mexico for the Worldwide Technology Championship before coming back to Houston for the Houston Classic and then staying in Georgia for the RSM Classic before the match Thanksgiving weekend between Brooks Koepka and Bryson DeChambeau. All right, college basketball getting started soon. Obviously, this weekend we got a full slate of college football. We have the NFL. College football actually gets going tomorrow with South Florida at East Carolina and Troy at Coastal Carolina. But some of the big games in college football this weekend, Michigan at Michigan State, that's an 11 o'clock start. The Wolverines are 4.5-point favorites in East Lansing. Georgia's at Florida. The Bulldogs are 2-touchdown favorites despite being on the road. Ole Miss is at Auburn. Auburn's -2.5. Penn State is at Ohio State. The Buckeyes are 18.5-point favorites after Penn State got beat last week at home by Illinois. North Carolina is at Notre Dame. The Tar Heels would be served well to find a way to win that one. They're 4-3 at Notre Dame. And that's really the best games of the day. Obviously, several other games, but those are your favorites for Saturday. All right, again, NCAA basketball, we can actually start tipping off November 9th. So we're just over 2 weeks away. You'll see plenty of good games going on then. Top 25 action. You'll see Villanova, Ohio State, Purdue, North Carolina. And then that's obviously the Champions Classic. Kansas at Michigan State. Well, not at, because it is the Champions Classic where neither team will be the home team. That's at Madison Square Garden this year. And then you will get Duke and Kentucky a little bit later, 9th and 10th ranked teams in the country. The Kansas-Michigan State. Kansas is 3. Michigan State's not ranked. Keep your eyes on the Spartans. All right, that's your USA Wager Sports Brief. Hopefully that was the best 10 minutes of your sports day. Enjoy the day today. Good luck with your bets. We'll see everybody tomorrow right here on the USA Wager Sports Brief. I'm your host, Rodney Newpel. So long for just a while.